Parents, imagine this with me. It's 10 o'clock. You've finally gotten the kids to bed after the full day of work, of appointments, of helping with homework, of managing all the meltdowns. You collapse on the couch and you are just drained, right? You start to realize like, oh man, that headache I had earlier is still there. My shoulders, my neck, everything feels so tense, so uncomfortable. You're exhausted, and at the same time, you feel like there's so many other things you gotta do before you can actually wind down and try to go to sleep. Listen, you've been there before, and especially if you're a parent who is raising a kid who has some extra health needs, who has some extra challenges neurologically, you are drained. You probably spend all your time and your energy researching the diets, the supplements, the holistic approaches to help them get to the health that they need, but your own health takes a backseat and you put that on the back burner. What I want to argue in this video is that taking care of yourself shouldn't be an afterthought, and actually it's a way that you can unlock that full ability to heal for your own kid. This is something we've talked about before for parents, right? We have a video on new parent exhaustion and how there is stuff that you really need to do, like your community, who you surround yourself, movement and activity, how that can really bring out some energy. But parents, in this video, I do want to focus on how your stress can really affect your family and your kids as a whole. Because let's be honest, I know how your mind works. I know that you will always put yourself on the back burner, but if we can frame you taking care of you as a way to help your kid, I know that's the way you'll finally take action on it. So let's be real, this is a massive problem, right? Some recent stats showed up to 75% of parents would describe their life as moderate to severely stressful. And I'm arguing that that's probably even higher for kids with challenges, right? If your kid does have some extra health needs and you've been on a journey with that, you're at 100% stress level, right? The way we put it is I've never met a perfect storm kid who is in that storm of stress without a perfect storm mom, without a parent. And especially this week, as we're recording this video, it is Mother's Day week. And moms, I know you do so frequently take the brunt of this, right? Hopefully you've got an amazing supportive partner, and dads, you've got a really important job too, but we see more often than not, it's moms that are fried and exhausted and drained. So I want to speak to you and talk about how we can unlock that, because it is a combo of other factors, right? It seems like that exhaustion that you feel is coming from the outside. It's from the overwhelming list of appointments. It's from all the extra stuff you have to do. It's from the lack of sleep or the lack of self-care that's going on. But what I want to help point out is that there's some internal stuff that's going on that's really at the root of that, because where that exhaustion comes from isn't from just the outside stresses, it's from your body's inability to adapt to it. It's when we reach this place where we shut down and you go into a survival mode state. And then the word for that is subluxation. When there's this subluxation, this stress within your nervous system, it creates that fight or flight response, what's called dysautonomia. It shifts your nervous system away from a place of rest, relaxation, good digestion, good immune system function, hormonal regulation, and it shifts you into survival. It shifts you into fight or flight. Even though your reality isn't being chased by a bear all the time, that's what your nervous system feels like is happening, and so that's how it responds. And that's actually what one of our scans measure. Parents, if there's one test that I would love for you to be able to do, it's this right here. This is our NeuroPulse. It's an HRV measurement. Thankfully, this concept of measuring HRV, measuring the vagus nerve, your body's ability to handle stress, is becoming way more popular. There's things like a Whoop strap and Oura ring that are measuring that as a daily wearable. What we get to do is check it in an even more robust and even more thorough way and see, are you in fight or flight? Or are you in a more balanced, regulated state? So that is a huge piece of that story, is how is your nervous system adapting to stress? What I want to talk through here is what are some of the benefits of taking care of that stress? Like, what happens? What is the unlock that you get? Yes, I want to get to step 6 here. I want to walk through the 6 benefits of parents who are going through neurologically focused chiropractic care. And number 6 is the one that I started with, right? Your kid is able to unlock and heal, but let's see what's in it for you as well. So those 6 benefits, number 1, one of the biggest things we hear is less stress and anxiety, right? There's nothing we can do. There's nothing Thrive can do to take away the stress in your life, right? I don't want to lie to you and say you get adjusted and all your problems are gone. But what we find is that you can maybe handle it a little bit better, right? If your internal body is so much at such a better place from a stress adaptability place, you can process and handle those stresses without feeling as exhausted, without feeling as overwhelmed as you used to. So that's a big one. Another one is sleep quality. Sleep is the foundation of so much in our health. If you're not getting to bed, and if you're not getting the right type of sleep and the right quality of sleep, you're gonna struggle, right? No matter what other good, crunchy wellness lifestyle things you're doing, sleep cannot be skipped. When your nervous system is in survival mode, way harder to sleep, way harder to get restful sleep. So adjustments have a massive impact in that. Especially, and this is really for each of these first three things, the upper neck is key. That brainstem, upper neck, upper cervical region is the main regulation zone for so many of those overall wellness functions. So when that stress is going on, it affects these in a greater way. So number three, that's also connected to that, is mental clarity. Think of it as brain fog or focus, right? There's that jumbled brain that you might feel sometimes, especially if, number two, the sleep isn't going well. That is one of the most common things we hear from people who maybe they came into the office not because some crazy aches and pains, but more for wellness purposes. They're one of the unlocks that they see is better focus, better ability to stay on task with their job, with their work responsibilities, or we're just juggling day-to-day life in a chaotic family. So less stress, better sleep, better mental clarity, less brain fog. Number four, this is one that we talk less about, but it is massive for people still. You hurt less, right? There's less aches and pains. And we do kind of gloss over that because we are so neurologically focused and so stuck on wanting to unlock more than just a lack of symptoms and a lack of pain in your life that we almost forget to talk about how much not hurting is a great part of life, right? If you're dealing with pains, if you're dealing with, for moms, a lot of times it is that between the shoulder blades, upper back, upper neck area, you just feel tense all the time, especially in those early seasons of motherhood when you're nursing, you're holding a baby, you're hunched over all the time. That is something that moms report and love feeling better, is having less pain, less aches, less discomfort with that. Number five, better energy, better resilience. When those other things are going well and your body is functioning more efficiently, you're less in survival mode, you've got more energy, you've got more excess reserves and fuel in the tank to handle whatever life throws your way. And then number six, that is what we started with, is it unlocks your ability to have your kid thrive, your kid heal, right? Your ability to regulate, your ability to be a stabilizing, calming force to the scenario is what they need. It's like a 1 + 1 = 11 sort of relationship when that is both going on, right? If your kid is healing, if your kid is getting adjusted, and you're taking care of yourself as well, man, good things are gonna happen. So that's my encouragement, right? The scans, get scanned. Let's see what's going on with your nervous system. Let's see how well you're adapting to stress. If you're already part of the Thrive family, right? Maybe you're here with other family members with your kids. We always offer a discount for any family members getting scanned, so that initial new patient experience is gonna be a breeze for you guys. Or if you're on the other side of it, say you're a parent who's just looking for something in a more holistic, drug-free, natural way to address those things. You wanna be less stressed. You wanna sleep better. You wanna have more energy and hurt less. Reach out. We're here for you. We want to measure what's going on with your nervous system, actually get to the bottom of those issues and put together a game plan for you to be at your best so your family can be at your best too.